Ball! Right, well, a new year, a new look, and a new edition of RWL Rage. It's time from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Good evening, everyone. My name is Don Hickson, and joining me will be Christy Ogilvie and Myron Schimmelman. And let me tell you, Don, it's good to be back. I had a great time being away for a couple of days, but I missed this Michigas if I'm not around it long enough.
And y'all fans watching out in YouTube land, we hope you're gonna be here for the whole 2 hours tonight, because like the song says, you're not gonna want to miss a thing, and I'm not kidding.
Oh, you're not kidding about not kidding, Christy. Just take a look at the terrific program we got on tap for tonight. Just a glimpse. Oh, and by the way, the Snarl general manager is going to be in a Texas death match against Kaz Manson in the main event. So yeah, you might want to stick around for that. All right, Myron, well, let's get things underway. And as you've indicated, a terrific lineup this evening. And let's get it started with our opening contest. Going to be a Legends Division matchup with Ernie Ladd, the Big Cat, set to go up against the new Legends World Champion, the Ultimate Warrior. Boy, and did he ever earn the hell out of that title. What a match between him and Stone Cold Steve Austin. A fight to behold, Myron, but right now let's turn it over to ring announcer Aria Mitchell.
Our opening non-title contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Approaching the ring along with his manager, the Grand Wizard of Wrestling, from Houston, Texas, weighing 302 pounds, the Big Cat, Ernie Ladd.
The Big Cat Ernie Ladd remains a major jewel in the crown of the Grand Wizard of Wrestling stable, and he is here tonight for this non-title matchup with the Ultimate Warrior, and Ernie Ladd deeply resents the Ultimate Warrior being Legends World Champion. He refers to him as being a lunatic, an idiot, someone who should be locked up in a straitjacket in a padded cell, receiving twice daily injection. Well, I don't know if that's altogether very nice, do you? You kidding? Ernie Ladd never does nice. This is the kind of person Ernie Ladd is. He always says, nice guys don't finish last. Nice guys don't finish at all. Real nice fella.
Let's be real. Ernie's decided since he couldn't beat Stone Cold, that now is the time to step up and take his shot against the Warrior. Ladd may not be the sweetest fella on the planet, but he's not stupid by any means.
His opponent from parts unknown, weighing 287 pounds, he's the RWL Legends World Champion, the Ultimate Warrior.
You know, for a whole year, Stone Cold Steve Austin had that Legends World Championship. The title reign up in a puff of smoke in one match with the Ultimate Warrior. Nobody saw it coming. Nobody expected it. I certainly didn't expect it. I figured Austin was going to win again and retain his title like usual. That was indeed the general school of thinking, Myron, but the Ultimate Warrior came along and upset the entire apple cart and walked away with the Legends World Championship. And it's going to be an interesting year, 2025, for the Ultimate Warrior.
And Ernie Ladd is only the first one to step to the Warrior, with an eye towards the championship. But it looks to me like Warrior is more than capable of handling all his business.
And so business certainly has picked up in the Legends division now that the Ultimate Warrior is at the top of the pile. Here we go, referee Tom Kennemore sounds the bell. The Ultimate Warrior charges clothesline, takes Ernie Ladd right down into the corner. But look at this, Ladd powering out of the corner, slams the Warrior face down to the canvas, follows it up with a stomp. Ultimate Warrior with a dragon screw rounds up Ernie Ladd. Look at the size differential between Ernie Ladd and the Ultimate Warrior. Both of these men decidedly huge. Well, Ultimate Warrior hurls Ernie Ladd into near the far corner, rounds him up by the throat with both hands and pitches him to the opposing corner. And Ernie Ladd will end up being shown all four by the time the Ultimate Warrior is done. Look at this off the top rope. Elbow finds the mark, the top of the head of Ernie Ladd. Pile driver on the outside. And Ernie Ladd struggling to stay standing. Ultimate Warrior runs him up over the shoulders. Takes him down. Look at this. A bow and arrow lock. The referee trying to get them back inside the ring, but no good. Ultimate Warrior rounds up Ernie Ladd. Whoa. Slams him right back down to the floor. The Grand Wizard giving them a lot of space. Ultimate Warrior moving in relentlessly on Ernie Ladd. Slams him face first into the floor. Warrior taking himself back inside. Ernie Ladd following suit. Perhaps taking his time about returning to the ring. But he finally does. Swing and a miss. Ultimate Warrior's got him all messed up. Whoa! Kick takes him down. Covers, hooks the leg. 1, 2, but only a 2 count. Ernie Ladd still trying to get back to his feet. The Ultimate Warrior not giving him a whole lot of wiggle room. Whoa! Whoa! Vertical suplex. Right center ring. Ernie Ladd absolutely reeling, counters with a desperation shot to the midsection. Warrior whips him to the ropes again. All the way up and all the way down. Face first. Now Ultimate Warrior pistoling hard right hands against the head of Ernie Ladd. But this sheer power just rounds him up into a running power slam. The Ultimate Warrior, the new and reigning Legends World Champion, doing quite a little bit of showing off this evening at the expense of Ernie Ladd. Ladd with a hard right hand spins him around. Has him up. Look at this. Ultimate Warrior pulls a little switcheroo here. And now back to being Ernie Ladd on the canvas getting whomped by the Ultimate Warrior. Rebound off the ropes. There's the splash. Throws him over. Look at the cover here. 1, 2. Good no. Ernie Ladd somehow just powering out of that one. Ultimate Warrior all the way up on the top rope. Here we go. Elbow right across the chest of Ernie Ladd. Warrior rounds him up again. Oh, Ernie Ladd's on Dream Street. Whoa! All the way in the middle there, but Ernie Ladd quickly counters. Both men try for the shoulder tackle and fail. Standing drop kick takes the Warrior down. Ernie Ladd quickly going for a cover. 1, 2. The Ultimate Warrior powering out. Ernie Ladd complaining about the referee's count, but it seemed perfectly good to me. Hard right hand from the Ultimate Warrior. He's got Ernie Ladd up over the shoulders and hangs him up off over the top rope. Ernie Ladd decides he needs a moment outside. Ultimate Warrior says, "Don't worry, I'll join you so you won't be lonely." Drives a knee into the floor. The Ultimate Warrior has been firing on all cylinders from the word go. He's got no other way of doing it. Whoa! German suplex. And Ernie Ladd on the outside. The referee continues to count. Just pitching Ernie Ladd all over the place. Rounds up Ernie Ladd. Ernie Ladd counters with a kick and a shoulder tackle. Taking the Warrior down momentarily, quickly back to his feet. Ultimate Warrior, vertical suplex on the outside to Ernie Ladd. And again, the referee continues to count. Ultimate Warrior puts an end to that, rolls Ernie Ladd back inside the ring, indicating to the fans that the end is near. Here we go. Moves in on Ernie Ladd, rounds him up. Has him up. Vertical suplex one more time. And Ultimate Warrior quickly covers. 1, 2, 3. A neat and workmanlike performance from the Ultimate Warrior, winning this match by pinfall.
Here's the time. 10 minutes, 8 seconds. Your winner, the Ultimate Warrior.
I'm not sure what you boys think, but to me, it seems like the Ultimate Warrior could be settling in for a long and understated title run, just like the way he won it, slipping under Austin's radar. All he'll have to do is keep delivering matches like this one. I've never seen Ernie Ladd get rag-dolled all over like that from anyone I can remember. Ultimate Warrior was like a dog with an Ernie Ladd chew toy.
He most certainly was. Ernie Ladd was the chew toy for sure. Ultimate Warrior picking up a pinfall win in this non-title matchup over the Big Cat Ernie Ladd. And we'll continue with more RWL Rage right after the break. Stay with us. All right, in her travels in RWL, Georgia Washington, the Yankee Rose has met Liberty Bell, Danielle Heathcote, and Brooklyn Von Braun. And tonight, for the first time, she'll face patriotic Pam Parsons. And here's the kicker, with both Liberty Bell, Danielle, and Brooklyn Von Braun at ringside. Hey, that's great. We've never seen them together before. This is going to be awesome.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring and accompanied by Brooklyn Von Braun and Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote, from Huntington Beach, California, patriotic Pam Parsons.
Okay, so they're not officially a tag team or a faction or whatever you want to call it, but Danielle and Brooklyn are here with Pam Parsons in solidarity against Georgia Washington, who they all see as being, well, a bad representation of America. I guess I can see where they're coming from. One of these things is definitely not like the others, and that makes Georgia Washington the odd woman out.
However, Pam Parsons, Brooklyn Von Braun, well, the athleticism of patriotic Pam Parsons, and she and Brooklyn Von Braun and Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote are at least all cordial friends, and they all have the common dislike of Miss Georgia Washington, the Yankee Rose. Georgia's not the same. She's got this attitude that the other three don't have. They don't see things the same way, you know?
Man, Georgia's entrance. You either love it, or you hate it, or you love to hate it. Choices, so many choices.
And her opponent from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, she is, the Yankee Rose, Miss Georgia Washington.
Boy, she is some piece of work, isn't she? And I don't mean that in a favorable way. Oh, indeed, Georgia Washington, extremely unpopular as far as the other all-American girls in RWL are concerned, but there are a contingent of fans that do enjoy the antics and the wrestling appearances of Miss Georgia Washington, the valet to Kurt Angle, and a pretty competent wrestler in her own right. And with 6 pairs of eyes burning holes in her for the whole match, this should be interesting. Well, it certainly is uncanny seeing the trio of Brooklyn Von Braun, Liberty Bell, Danielle, and Pam Parsons all together in the same place. The referee rings the bell. Here we go. Georgia Washington with a wraparound DDT on Pam Parsons. Pam Parsons, look at this. Georgia Washington going for a quick cover, but not even one. Pam Parsons powering out easily. Whips Georgia into the far corner. Georgia counters. Whips Pam into the ropes. Pam Parsons, look at this, with a quick and speedy counter. Slams Georgia Washington's head into the canvas. Pam Parsons countered by Georgia Washington on a clothesline over the top rope and down onto the floor. Goes patriotic Pam Parsons as Georgia Washington does a little showboating for the fans in the front row. Pam Parsons whips Georgia right into Brooklyn Von Braun. And Georgia Washington whips Pam Parsons towards the barricades near the far corner. Georgia countered by Pam Parsons. Look at this, Liberty Bell Danielle maintaining a safe distance, but watching as Pam Parsons goes in, moves it. Look at this, they're tussling again. Georgia Washington shoves her away. Pam Parsons and Georgia Washington exchanging shots. Georgia whipped towards the barricades. And look at this. Pam Parsons comes back out, breaks the count, starts it all over again, gets whipped into the ring steps for her troubles. Patriotic Pam Parsons perhaps making a mistake here. Georgia Washington moves in aggressively. Patriotic Pam Parsons counters with a nice arm drag. Parsons rounds up Georgia. Has her up for the vertical suplex. Long, stalling vertical suplex. Georgia trying to get out of it, but it's no use. Down she comes. Georgia Washington taking a long, hard ride. Pam Parsons whips Georgia into the ring steps and right towards Brooklyn Von Brown and Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote. And the All-American trio of ladies joining forces here in a show of moral support to Pam Parsons against the extremely unpopular Georgia Washington as the referee continues to count, and Pam Parsons really whipping up the crowd here. Whipped into the ring steps. Georgia Washington rounds her up again. Whips her right into Liberty Bell Danielle. Well, this one's gotten nasty. The two ladies on the outside maintaining a discreet distance and maintaining a respectful attitude. Pam Parsons slams Georgia head first into the canvas. Georgia Washington rounded double throat chop from Pam Parsons, but Georgia counters. Georgia Washington check this out, an abdominal stretch on Pam Parsons. Look at this, look of concern on the faces of Brooklyn Von Brown and Liberty Bell Danielle. Hip toss from Pam Parsons. Georgia Washington fails to connect with her moves, but succeeds with a drop kick. Parsons on the mat and in trouble as Georgia Washington makes her way to the top rope. Here, knee right into the head of Pam Parsons. Georgia, perhaps getting greedy, going to try it again. No, she's turning it around. Look at this. Whoa! Well executed shooting star from Georgia Washington. Followed up with a stomp to the midsection. Pam Parsons failing to mount any offense for some time now. Georgia Washington with Parsons up over the shoulders. Flapjack's face first into the canvas. Georgia covers one. And only a one. Pam Parsons still spry and still kicking. Fails to connect with the drop kick. Brooklyn Von Brown urging Pam Parsons to get with the program. Georgia Washington beginning to mount some more offense here. A chop across the chest. But Pam Parsons quickly takes her down. Look at this, into a bow and arrow lock. Pam Parsons rounds her up. Georgia Washington counters on a vicious forearm. It takes Pam Parsons down to the canvas. Georgia Washington apparently believing she's got a great deal of support here. An amusing thought. Georgia with a kick to the midsection. Whips Parsons nearly into the referee. Parsons counters. Clothesline takes her down. Georgia Washington rounded up again. Look at this. Georgia Washington being cheered on by Brooklyn Von Brown and Liberty Bell Danielle. Sidewalk slam. And Parsons, that sidewalk slam took just about everything she had left. Georgia Washington moves in. What a slam across the face. And a neck whip slams her face first. Covers. 1, 2, 3. It is over.
Here's the time, 4 minutes, 14 seconds, and your winner, Miss Georgia Washington.
Oh, I know Pam is disappointed, but look at Brooklyn and Danielle. They are seething man. Georgia Washington continues to not win hearts and minds in the locker room. She was just ruthless towards Pam Parsons, and it was totally unnecessary. You know, Myron, if Georgia keeps up this kind of behavior, she's definitely going to make someone mad enough to come back looking for a receipt.
Of course. Actions have consequences, Christy. And sooner or later, one or more people are going to get tired of her crap, and you know what's going to happen. It's going to blow up, and that's what's going to happen to Georgia Washington sooner or later. She'll get her comeuppance. You just wait and see.
And so Georgia Washington, the Yankee Rose, picks up a win over patriotic Pam Parsons. And woohoo, wait a minute now. Georgia Washington with a steel chair returning to the ring, going after Pam Parsons. I don't believe this is absolutely uncalled for. Menacing the referee as well. Well, now. Coming up next on RWL Rage, more ladies division action, and this one is a killer with Stacy Keibler set to go one-on-one up against Brenda Blair.
Oh, this is going to be a good one. I like Brenda Blair. I'm looking forward to this one.
The next ladies division match is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Baltimore, Maryland, here's Stacy Keibler.
The notorious Duchess of Dudleyville, Stacy Keibler. And she has been on something of a hot streak lately. And it's going to be interesting to see how she fares against Brenda Blair in their first ever encounter.
I think it's going to be good. Brenda Blair, I think she's got the edge. Stacy Keibler, yeah, she's on something of a hot streak, but Stacy Keibler, you know, she gets lucky once in a while. Most of the time, it's just dumb luck.
And her opponent from San Jose, California, here is Brenda Blair.
While she may be on something of a hot streak, Brenda Blair is certainly hot under the collar about her last-minute final loss against Jody Vorick in the ladies' Memphis Million. And she is looking to get even with Jody at some point in the future.
I can understand Brenda's motivations, but is it even really worth it to even go there with Jody? Brenda's doing so good just staying focused on winning. Is it even worth it to get distracted by any noise Jody is making? It's not like Brenda can take the $1 million out of her skin, although she might actually enjoy that.
She might actually enjoy that. That's true. That's good.
All right, a first-time encounter between Stacy Keibler, the Duchess of Dudleyville, and Brenda Blair. Oh, this one should be good. Referee Charles Lucera rings the bell. They lock up. Keibler whipped to the far corner. Brenda Blair moves in, starts abusing her arm against the ropes, using the ropes for leverage. Brenda Blair, kick to the midsection. Against the eyes, the ropes, against the eyes of Stacy Keibler. Keibler once again whipped into the far corner. Brenda Blair comes in with a clothesline, rebounds off the ropes, and a forearm across the head of Stacy Keibler. Brenda Blair going for the cover. One, but no, Brenda Blair frustrated as Stacy Keibler fails to stay down. Brenda with a kick to the midsection as Stacy Keibler, right across the head of Stacy Keibler. Brenda Blair all the way up, and here she comes, elbow across the chest of Stacy Keibler. Brenda Blair, currently in control of things, drives a knee into the canvas. Stacy Keibler definitely in trouble here. Brenda Blair continuing to abuse the legs of Stacy Keibler. Keibler finds her way out, shoves Brenda Blair down. Stacy Keibler moves in, whips Brenda Blair to the ropes. Hip toss. A kick to the face. Brenda Blair turns it around quickly. Series of shots and an uppercut. Takes Stacy Keibler down. Brenda Blair once more covers. 1, 2, but only just a 2. Stacy Keibler managing to get that left shoulder up. Brenda Blair, a little bit of showboating for the fans here, and they're sure loving it. Here she comes. Whoa! Charging splash and out to the floor. Look at this. Brenda Blair absolutely abusing Stacy Keibler here. Brenda catches. Whoa! What a kick to the head. Brenda Blair steps out. Here comes Stacy Keibler right after her. Stacy Keibler counters Brenda Blair. Brenda Blair counters Stacy Keibler. And back into the ring we go. Oh, whoa, off the top rope, cross body across the midsection of Stacy Keibler. You've just got to love Brenda Blair. Wow, she is something else. Brenda Blair got Stacy Keibler in the sleeper. A jawbreaker disengages Brenda Blair from Stacy. Stacy Keibler swings and misses. They lock up. Stacy Keibler into the far corner again, a driving knee. And really, Brenda Blair with a terrific display for the fans here. Brenda Blair choking Stacy Keibler. Turns her over. And again, drives a knee into the mat. Misses with the stomp. Stacy Keibler back to her feet in a series of shots. And whoa, a clothesline across the back of the head. And back down goes Stacy Keibler. The Duchess of Dudleyville rolls out onto the floor. Here comes Brenda Blair. Whoa, whoa. Amazing. Brenda Blair absolutely clearing the top rope and completely taking down Stacy Keibler. The referee counting both ladies on the outside as Brenda rolls Stacy Keibler back inside the ring. Brenda all the way up on the top rope. Here we go. Oh, man. Missed it. As Stacy Keibler quickly gets out of the way, Brenda Blair whipped out onto the apron. Stacy Keibler trying her best to knock her down. There finally gets it with a drop kick. Stacy Keibler joining Brenda on the outside. They lock up. Whoa, Brenda Blair driving the head of Stacy Keibler into the apron. Brenda catches a series of rights from Stacy Keibler. Stacy has her up. Backbreaker. And just stretching the lower vertebrae of Brenda Blair. Stacy Keibler gathers up Brenda Blair once again. Finally gets her back inside the ring, and here comes Stacy in hot pursuit. They lock up. Brenda Blair head first into the turnbuckle. A kick from Stacy Keibler. Brenda Blair hauled back out. Look at this. Whoa. With a sunset flip here. 1. A nice roll-up attempt from Stacy Keibler. Stacy whips Brenda Blair to the ropes. Ducks under. Here comes Brenda. Leapfrog. And a hip toss. Brenda Blair having some trouble here. Not being able to mount a lot of offense. Stacy Keibler coming in very aggressively here. That's absolutely just beaten on the back of Brenda Blair. And whoa, there's that beautiful kick. Down goes Brenda. Stacy Keibler covers. 1, 2. But no. Brenda Blair really emphasizing the fact that she got that shoulder up. Wanted the referee to see it. And he certainly did. Stacy misses with the kick and then a couple of chops. And boom, facebuster. Whoa, Stacy Keibler's heated. Talking trash to Brenda Blair. Absolutely abusing Brenda Blair, putting the boots to her opponent, Stacy Keibler. Now becoming extremely aggressive and extremely taunting towards Brenda Blair. Brenda whipped to the ropes. Stacy ducks under. Leapfrogs again. And a savage boot to the face, and whoa, did you see Brenda Blair go down? Oh, jawbreaker. And Stacy Keibler has turned it around here after being severely beaten by Brenda Blair. Stacy waiting for Brenda to get to her feet. Here we go. Whoa, right across, crossbody, goes for the cover, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and that is all. Well, another upset win for Stacy Keibler over Brenda Blair.
Here's the time, 6 minutes, 13 seconds. Your winner, Stacy Keibler.
Man, Stacy has been pulling off some pretty wild upset wins, and now she can add this one over Brenda Blair to her collection. Brenda was rocking her world, and all of a sudden the momentum was gone from her side, and Stacy comes up with another upset win nobody expected. She's getting to be really something, hun. Bet you it comes back to bite her on the ass someday.
It's just like I said before, actions have consequences.
And we'll return with more RWL Rage when we come back from this break. Don't you go anywhere. Fans, we're going to cap off the first hour tonight with some tag team competition. Our first tag team match of the evening here on Rage. And it's going to be the Canadian Cartel, Golden, Al Barnett, and Vic LaRue, set to go up against Eddie and Ray Guns, the Guns Brothers.
The following tag team match is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 476 pounds, from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Golden, Al Barnett, and from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Vic LaRue. They are the Canadian Cartel.
Damn shame about Barnett and LaRue.
What do you mean?
I think they're a really good tag team, and I know some of the fans are with me on this one. But these two, the Canadian Cartel, are the Rodney Dangerfield of tag teams, getting no respect at all, despite having some solid wins over some pretty big names. Barnett and LaRue continue to struggle to nail down a tag title opportunity.
Well, a win against the Guns Brothers might change things around. Maybe turn their fortunes around a little bit. We'll see.
Their opponents, at a combined weight of 485 pounds, from the Bronx, New York, Mr. Ringside Eddie Guns and his brother El Jefe Ray Guns, the Guns Brothers.
Mr. Ringside and El Jefe, drifting the highways and byways of RWL, as they like to describe it, looking for their next victim, their next rung up the ladder towards another tag team championship opportunity.
And they'll probably get it this year. 2025, it's brand new. They've got a new attitude. They're salty about losing to the Southern Gentlemen, but they're going to let that pass. New year old, they throw all that away.
Eddie and Ray have picked up a few new fans in 2024, especially when you throw in Angie Angel Guns being Women's International Champion now. The whole Guns family dynasty has been part of RWL in some form or another since the early 2000s, and they're still seen as wrestling royalty by others as well.
Here's the time, 15 minutes, 56 seconds. Your winners by submission, the Guns Brothers.
Listen, anytime you win a tag team match with less than 5 minutes to go and you avoid a tag limit draw, you come up a huge winner. And that's what Eddie and Ray just did right there with the Canadian Cartel. This one could have stretched into a time limit draw, but no. Eddie Guns finally decided, look, I've had enough. Goes into the submission. It was all over. That's the Guns Brothers for you. That's how they are.
Well, Myron, however they may be, the Guns Brothers picking up a submission win over the Canadian Cartel. Fans, that takes care of the first hour. We'll be returning with the second hour of tonight's RWL Rage right after the break. We hope to see you there.
Hey, listen, Jeannie. I think you were a little too tough on me in the ring a couple weeks ago. You didn't need to go in on me like that. You don't have to protect your territory from someone like me. Why'd you have to be like that?
Hun, listen, Dee. I was as hard as I needed to be at the time. Someone needed to shake you a little and say, hey, you're doing too much. Yeah, maybe I was a hard ass about it, but you weren't paying no mind, girl. I did it 'cause I care. We don't have a lot of good people flowing around here, like you and Patty. But honey, you need to learn from your partner first, and people like me after.
I guess you heard all that trash Jody was spewing about all of us. I mean, she named you. Said you used dirty politics to transfer her to Snarl. Doesn't that make you want to let her have it?
Even if it did, I never let anyone see that. Look, there's stuff you need to learn from the rest of us, like Dion. Didn't she have good advice?
It's me. I know it. Patty knows it too. I got a bad temper and a low threshold for crap. It's never been a secret, Jeannie.
Well, look, me and the Femmes were good with you and Patty. You got a great spot now, and I don't want to see you crash and burn. That's all.
So, you want to maybe forget about the whole thing in the ring now, 'cause I'd be good with that?
That works for me. Listen, Dee, take a little walk with me, girl. I want to talk with you.
Walk to where?
Just come on.
Folks, we just got word that it just broke out between patriotic Pam Parsons and Georgia Washington backstage. Our cameras are there. Let's watch.
Ah!